we just don't see the point of the Senate. Historically, it was meant to serve very wealthy people who owned a lot of land. And that's still a system that we have today.
So would you like to abolish the Senate?
That's part of our platform, and we don't think that's extreme. We think it's a change that would help make this country more democratic.
The Democratic Socialists of America rolling out their platform this weekend. They've got some startling ideas, as you just heard.
Yeah, in addition to abolishing the Senate, DSA also wants to replace the president and the Supreme Court with those chosen by Congress. They want amnesty for all migrants, and they want to defund the War Department. So Yoel and Mari Diaz have a very popular YouTube show where they compare their life in communist Cuba with their life now in America. And this is such an important story because many Americans don't actually understand what communism is. Mari, I'm going to start with you first. You left communism behind for a better life here in America, and now you are seeing the Democrat socialists starting to come into power. Are you worried?
Yeah, I am absolutely worried about the future of the United States. You know, socialism is sold very well on paper, and it's very nice when you just say things out loud. But in reality, when it's actually practiced, it's much different. It's much different reality. And I think in our content, you see that when we always try to compare what life was like in Cuba.
You know, they're trying to make it attractive, right? The Democrat socialists are saying, no, watch this. I wanted to say this is a section of the DSA website called Speaking of Bills, You Don't Have Them Anymore. No debt, you don't need health insurance, your retirement is publicly funded. Wow, this sounds great. So, Yoel, what do you want to tell the people that might actually get drawn into that?
Hi, Bill. I want to say that people, that all that sweet work they put in paper is not really working in the real life. That's why people like me, like people like Cuban people coming to this country, we love this country because we believe in something like a freedom of speech, freedom of you feel something different. And 67 years, my country didn't have nothing, only poor people, decay, everything is in bad issue, it's something crazy. When I hear these people propose for the American people, that idea, I said, please God, help America, help the American people, because I don't want this in this country.
Yeah, well, here in New York, Mayor Mamdani is spending $70 million to open up government-owned grocery stores. And this is how he says it will work.
The city will subsidize a core set of staples. A private operator will run the store, but they answer to the standards that the city will set. These standards include requirements that at our stores, bread will be cheaper, eggs will be cheaper, grocery shopping will no longer be an unsolvable equation.
Well, this all sounds great. Who doesn't want to spend less on food? But Mari, what's it actually like to buy food in Cuba?
Oh my gosh, how do I even begin to describe it to the Americans?
Yeah.
I can't, it's very hard. You know, in Cuba, there's scarcity of everything at all times. And not all grocery stores have the same products, and not all at one time. So you'll spend hours and days trying to find basic things. Finding bread is hard. Finding toilet paper is hard. Finding eggs. I remember, to give you guys just an example, it took us maybe 6 months to find butter one time.
Wow.
I mean, that is the reality of socialism and how it works in Cuba, and how, you know, it's easy for Mamdani to say everything is going to be cheaper with taxpayer money. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, somebody has to pay for it.
6 months to get butter. Americans just don't understand. And thank you both, Yoel and Mari Diaz, for sharing that with our viewers, because people like you are actually protecting the United States by sharing your stories and explaining what's happening. So thank you.
Yeah, good stuff, guys.
Thank you for having us on.